So in the current situation, I would say if the president appreciated the risks, my first and best hope would be that Trump and Xi would each appoint a couple of people whom they trusted and say, you guys go off for a couple of days and come back with ugly options, things that both of us are going to hate, but that will be better than an attack on the North Koreans that risks a war between the U.S. and China. And I think once they started looking at that, they would say, well, now if I'm the American to go to this conversation, and I think that you or the Chinese would say, okay, so what could you guys put on the table to be invented? Is there something sacrosanct about how many Americans participate in military exercises with South Korea? We've always said, oh, we're never going to let you impact our choices about our exercises. But I noticed that last time there were only 17,500 and there had been 22,500 in the previous one. So is that set in stone? No, that's not set in stone. Is there anything sacrosanct about where we fly our aircraft adjacent to, or about other military exercises? How about, is there something sacrosanct about how many troops we have in South Korea? Maybe even how many bases and the location of the bases. Now, I know Secretary Carter looking at this would be looking at, yikes, you're not having these guys jerk around our military. Why? These guys are the ones that are misbehaving. Why should anybody reward them for? So you can imagine all the arguments that would go on, but there would be some things on that side. On the other side, the Chinese guy would be saying,
what about Taiwan? Why don't you throw it into the grand bargain?
What about Taiwan? What about the South China Sea? What about patrols of the South China Sea? And so how much, on both sides, you would start looking at things that are ugly, ugly, ugly.